Hello, it's me, Sumaira, for those of you who don't know me. This is my second video blog, and while I love writing, and I think it's been very cathartic for me, I have quite enjoyed taking pictures once again and being in front of a camera after so long. And if you know my story, then you know that it's because for a long time my face was out here and I didn't look like myself and I didn't feel good enough to show my face. And now that I'm, 80% back to where I used to be, I am excited to show you all me again and to see you again. So today it is the 18th of June, and next week we're approaching the 1 year of all this crazy health stuff. And I have to say that as I get closer to it, I've become more pensive and, I'm reflecting a lot. It's been a really crazy year, and I guess I just want to share what I've learned and all the good that's come of it. It's certainly bittersweet, and of course sometimes I get sad, and yes, there are days when I wake up and I wonder, still, to this day, why me? But the good news is that of late it's those, moments of sadness and vulnerability have been diluted with happiness and positivity and good thoughts. I think about a year ago where I was and where I am today. Besides the obvious, cliche, thing to say that I've grown and, what have you, there are so many things that I've learned. I was just telling someone earlier today that a year ago I was deciding on and stressing about what to wear to my sister's fashion show. And today I'm deciding whether I want to continue chemotherapy or do another invasive treatment once a month. Gives you perspective. The last day before I got sick is my middle sister Sabrina. She hosted a fashion show for her company. She designs clothing in Hoboken, New Jersey. I went home that weekend, and I remember that Friday that when I went home, I noticed that there was something quite suspicious in my eye, in my right eye. It was very small at the time, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. And then, of course, the fashion show came around, and we were so excited to celebrate my sister and her achievements and, this wonderful thing she was doing in her life that I really didn't want to pay any attention to this thing. Until the next day when I traveled back to Boston and I came to work, where, as most of you know, I work in ophthalmology. So I told one of the doctors, and, things just kind of spiraled from there. But I always now mark the last day before all of this as, my sister's fashion show day. And to this day, it's been very difficult for me to see pictures from that event, and I see pictures of myself from that day, and I feel scared and bad for that girl in those photos, because she had no clue what was coming. Not even a hint of a fraction of what was coming. And things happened, and there were times when things were bad, and I always said to myself, the worst is over. It can't get any worse than this. And then things got worse and worse. And every time I said it couldn't get worse. But then when it got worse, I kept setting standards for myself. And that's okay. Now it's okay, because I really do think the worst is over. I'm so strong. I'm not sad. This is not why I'm crying. I'm just reflecting. Actually, I'm relieved, because in my heart I believe that the worst truly is over. I've seen a lot this last year, even though my sight was taken. I've been doing chemo for 9 months. I look different now. I've lost a lot of my hair. Probably the most emotional is, besides losing my sight, is that I had my eggs frozen in January, and I'm really lucky that I got to do that, and I'm really happy that I got to do that. But it was sad. It was sad, and I don't want to live in fear, but sometimes I'm afraid that I will never get to see that child, or those eggs that I put away. I hope I do, because I think I'd be an awesome mom. And I can't wait to tell them about all the things that I've learned. I've learned a lot. I've learned how to be really tough. I've learned how to laugh despite all the bad stuff. I've learned to live day by day. And that's probably the greatest gift that I've ever gotten from this. I don't stress that much anymore. Just crazy. I used to stress so much before. I'm not worried about what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't stress about what happened already. I'm not lamenting on anything. I'm just so in the present, because I have to be, because I don't know about tomorrow. And that's so awesome. It's so peaceful. It's amazing. And, I was just telling someone earlier that I wish I could teach you how to do that without you having to go through something so awful. It's really amazing. I'm so happy to be in the present and be in the now. and just deal with things as they come. I try really hard not to live in fear. Most of the time I succeed. Sometimes I'm scared. I mean, that's normal. I am Superwoman, but even I get scared sometimes. But what a year it's been. I've started a foundation. I've gotten closer with my parents. I just learned what's important in life. I miss Bangladesh, USA. That's so awesome. I couldn't be happier. And honestly, I'm really happy. I sound like a psychopath, but because I'm crying, but I am happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be seeing what I do see. I'm happy. I don't know, I'm just happy. I am. Finally. When I booked my trip, I was looking for peace because I wasn't finding it here. At that point, I had been through so much and I just needed to go away and find comfort in something. And then, my trip got canceled and I was so distraught. And I was so lost because I didn't know, how do I move on? How do I fix things? And it was so crazy because unexpectedly I found peace here. I didn't have to travel to Bali. I finally found it after I hit rock bottom, and it's just, today is the first time I'm crying since May 17th. And that's saying a lot for me, trust me. And these are happy tears. So anyway, I have made a little collage of my 1 year of this. And it's probably one of the most critical telling years of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love you all. Thank you for listening and watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. And support my foundation, the Sumaira Foundation.